All right, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Max Rooney, and I'm going to be completely honest and transparent with you. This is the first time I have ever set up this microphone on this table. This is the first time I have ever pressed record on a YouTube video, and this is really my first take. I have a few things I know I want to talk about today, but overall, this is the beginning of what I hope will become an amazing YouTube channel. Spanning years and years into the future of me bringing you along on my entrepreneurial journey, my story, and everything else in between. Just taking you along the ride in this very authentic and raw format. It's going to be no editing, it's going to be no cuts, and I'm expecting this video to be around 10 to 15 minutes. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. And today, we're just going to be talking a little bit about me and my story, and where I'm currently at in my life and with my business, how I got there, and also most importantly, Warmode, which is a term you might not have heard before. I definitely haven't heard people talk about it before, but I think it fitted very well into what I've decided to enact upon now. From 3 days ago, I've gone into Warmode, and I want to tell you all about what it is, why I'm doing it, and why you maybe should be doing it as well. So let's just start from the beginning with my story and how I got to where I am today. So obviously, you know, my name is Max Rooney. I am 20 years old, and to be honest, I come from a very average life here in Denmark. Grew up near Copenhagen in a very stable, average, middle income family. With no real traumas or council estates or any of those stories you might hear out there. What I can say is that I have a sibling, and I've always been the older brother. I've always been the one that wanted to be very competitive from a young age, and challenge myself in different sports, until I, at the age of 17, got introduced to the world of digital wealth creation through my girlfriend, actually, and decided to pick up on some SMMA throughout high school, where I had a small client and I fluffed a little bit around because as a 17, 18-year-old here in Denmark, you will typically be put in some social dynamics where you're quite distracted. So actually, the beginning of my real entrepreneurial journey came when I graduated in 2022, the summer of 2022. And at that point, I moved in with my girlfriend. We'd been together for some time before that, obviously, but decided that we wanted to do it. And for me, it was just as much of a case of wanting to get out there and develop myself as a person. I was not ever going to be the type of guy to sit at home until I was 25, having mom cook me meals and wash my clothes. As nice as that is, I knew that to take those next steps in life and become the person I wanted to be and the people that I aspired to, I needed to make that development very quick, become an adult, right? And that's what we did. And we lived together for 1.5 years until I decided to enact on this period, which I'm going to talk about later, which is Warmode. I think that brings me to roughly where I am today. I always knew I wanted to be self-employed. My father was self-employed and has been his entire life. So I've looked up to that, and also the challenges and the ups and downs that comes with that life has been something that has characterized my childhood home, my upbringing, and for good and for worse, I would say, but it's definitely put me in a position where I know exactly that I want to be that boss of my own time, own location freedom. It sounds very cliche, but just as much be my own person, right? I want myself to control my identity. I want to wake up and decide what I'm going to wear, all these things, right? So business-wise, I have been running my agency now since I moved out with my girlfriend. At the time, I had to get 9 to 5, obviously, to pay rent. I didn't have the income that I have now, but I slowly built it up. Besides working, I got up at 5 a.m. more or less every morning for half a year, and also worked a few hours in the afternoon, combined with having to live with my girlfriend and learn how to live with your partner. I think that says a lot about her as well, and her support and commitment to our journey, realistically, right? So I got through that, and at the end I realized I wasn't making the development that I wanted to. It was going too slow, and that's a common theme. That's also why I'm sitting here today in Warmode. But at the time, I felt like I couldn't gain the leverage, I couldn't move as quickly because I was working and committed to this job. It was a very stable job, it was a very good job. I had the opportunity to grow inside the business, but I essentially decided in May 2023 of last year that, at that point I'd had a client, I'd lost a client, I was learning customer relations, my service delivery was improving, but I just wanted to take a big risk, right? Here in Denmark, you get confirmated in the Christian faith, and you typically get a bit of money from that that kind of brings you into the life of an adolescent. So I had a bit of a savings account saved up, and I thought, I looked at my savings account and I just thought, if I'm going to become the person I think I will, this is going to be a drop in the water of what I will eventually earn. Why is it just sitting there almost depreciating because of the inflation and the state of the world today? And thought, I think I can get a better return on investment by investing into myself rather than having it sit in index funds, EFTs, etc. So essentially in May 2023, I decided to pretty much use the most of my savings into some more courses, some more coaches, and at the same time quit my job, which meant I was living off savings, paying rent. I don't think my girlfriend ever actually knew how tight it was some months, but I knew that putting my back up against the wall would definitely propel me forward. And I think that you never really truly get something unless you really need it and really have to do it, right? And really have to succeed. And that's been a common theme for me. So from May last year in 2023 up until the end of the year, I was building my business. I was immersing myself more than ever into the world of digital wealth creation. I was learning short format content and organic growth, which is essentially how I run my business today, helping coaches and consultants with the entire client acquisition system. And it was going quite well. I was getting a lot of clients, and throughout the period I took some small jobs here and there on the side just to stay afloat, but eventually ended up going completely 100% into my business around autumn of 2023, September, October. And from there, it's just been full throttle forward. Today, I am, as of today, 21st of February 2024, I'm turning over more than $10,000 in my agency on a monthly basis. And I'm actually able to confidently say that I am full-time self-employed. That's an amazing feeling, right? 1 year ago, if you'd offered me that, I would definitely have said yes. So I feel very happy, very proud to be able to do that now, but it doesn't mean that I will become comfortable, right? Because as you know, we're going to be talking very shortly about Warmode for the remaining of this video. And the reason I actually went into Warmode. So Warmode for me essentially means that it's a duration of time. I know you've heard about monk mode, you've heard about all these modes, but Warmode is just embracing that things are really going to suck and putting yourself in a position where it's just in the trenches day in and day out, right? And for me, I was getting a bit comfortable. I felt that my growth was stagnating. I was living with my girlfriend very comfortably, cooked meals, washed clothes. It's something that can to some extent dim down that fire inside you. You're getting comfortable, right? And I feel like at my age of 20, you should be putting your back against the wall all the time. So essentially, I'm not going to hide any details. I'm going to be very personal on this channel. Myself and my girlfriend decided that we were going to take a period now of 2024 and live separately. I have moved in with a business partner, a sparring partner. We don't do business together as of yet. His name is Mikkel, but we complement each other very well and have that competitive masculine accountability that I think is going to help me propel into that next level financially and personally. So it's a hard decision that we had to make, but for me, it was something that I felt deep inside my gut I had to do. Because I have to prioritize that mission and that overall goal that I feel I have for myself for the next coming years. So yeah, that's what Warmode really is. It's about putting yourself in a position of having to do it and surrounding yourself in complete isolation and focus for a duration of time. I don't want to live like this forever. I want to live with my girlfriend, and I want to have that work-life balance, if that even exists. But for now, I think it's the right thing to just push really hard and just go for it. Like really put myself in that position. So that's what I'm doing. I've lived with Mikkel now for a total of 3 days. So this is still a very new process. And that's why I wanted to set up the camera for the very first time and give you guys that introduction. Because I'm going to be taking you guys along on this journey. There's going to be videos every week, every Thursday, of me going through topics in my business, topics in my personal life, and everything in between. I want to keep it as authentic and as real as possible. One take, no cuts, no edits, and just see how you guys react to it. But most importantly, also do it for myself. Social contracts is one of the most important things for growth, and by me telling you this process, and I've told my parents, I've told my girlfriend, obviously, I've told my siblings, my grandmother, my aunt, I'm putting out those social contracts and contracts of accountability. So this is also a part of that strategy, and also building my personal brand, and hopefully inspiring you, some of you people out there, to do the same thing, because I'm literally a very average person from a very average home that just has that ambition of wanting more of life and willing to do the work that it takes. So I think we're going to leave it at that for the first video. Let me know if there's any specific topics that you have. Comment down below. If there even will be any comments, I don't expect tons of viewers rolling in. I don't need that. I'm running my business, but this is just for me to share my story, and hopefully some of you find it useful. So yeah, I look forward to speaking to you guys next week, and yeah, just wish you guys an amazing rest of your week. Take care, and speak to you soon.